I'm Dr. SCL. I'm a dad, a chiropractor, and the translator you didn't know you needed in this, the first year of parenting. This is Decoded, the first year, the podcast that turns baby brain confusion, mum burnout, and milestone panic into clarity you can actually use. Let's make sense of the chaos by decoding it together. If you ever found yourself staring at a milestone chart wondering, are we behind? Or quietly panicking because your baby isn't ticking the boxes in the order the internet promised. This episode is for you because milestone charts were never designed to explain development. They were designed to record outcomes. And somewhere along the way, those outcomes started being treated like goals, like skills your baby has to achieve. So rather than being expressions of what's already organised underneath by the nervous system, I tend to see parents carry unnecessary pressure and babies carrying unnecessary compensation. So today we're going to reframe milestones completely, not to lower the standards, but to bring clarity and accuracy and a nervous system lens back into the conversation. Because when you understand what milestones actually represent, you stop chasing timelines and you start watching quality. Let's decode it together. So we talk about milestones like they're skills to be achieved. Rolling, sitting, crawling, walking. And they're spoken about like checkboxes, like accomplishments, like something your baby either has or hasn't. But milestones aren't skills, they're expressions. They are what movement looks like once the nervous system has organised enough underneath. And this is one of the biggest misunderstandings in early development. Parents are often told what should happen, but almost never taught why it happens. You don't teach a baby to crawl. You create the conditions where crawling has a chance to emerge. And that difference matters more than most people, including health professionals, really understand. Movement is the nervous system learning how to coordinate. Coordinating vision, balance, joint position, posture, muscle tone, timing, sequencing, all at once. No part of this equation works in isolation. Everything has to talk to everything else. So when those systems integrate well, milestones appear almost effortlessly. There's ease, there's flow, there's repetition without exhaustion. When they don't, the body still moves, but it moves with workarounds. It moves with compensations. And compensations always come with a cost. And that's where you'll see extra tension, uneven or asymmetrical movement, holding of breath, avoiding of positions entirely, or needing constant effort in order to succeed. The milestone will still count according to a chart, but the nervous system has had to work way harder than it should have had to. And that's why some children hit milestones but still struggle later with coordination, posture, attention, fatigue, and even emotional regulation. The milestone happened, but the foundation did not. This is why I care less about if your baby crawls, for example, and far more about how they crawl. Is it organised? Is it symmetrical? Is it repeatable? Does it look curious or is it full of unnecessary effort? Because the nervous system doesn't respond to checklists. It responds to quality. Quality movement tells us the brain feels safe, capable, and integrated. Compensated movement tells us the brain is protecting something. Milestones are not the destination. They are the side effect. And when parents and health professionals understand that, pressure dissolves and observation replaces urgency. That's when development really gets to do its job. So if there's one thing I want you to take from this episode, it's this. Milestones don't tell us how hard the nervous system worked to get there. They show us the tension, the effort, the shortcuts or compensations that might have been sitting quietly underneath. But quality movement does. And when you shift your focus from when something happens to how it happens, you start seeing your child with far more accuracy and far less pressure. You're not missing anything and you're not behind, and for the love of God, your baby is not broken. This makes sense when we look through a nervous system lens. If you want help learning what organised movement actually looks like and how to spot a compensation early without fear, that's exactly why I created the Baby Milestone Decoder. It's there to give you clarity, not anxiety. Head over to @MountHawthornChiropractic, make sure you give a follow, and DM the word Decoder to get your free copy. Mum, trust your observation, trust the process, and remember, development was never meant to be rushed. Dr. SCL, out. Thanks for listening to Decoded, the first year, where we translate the mess of early parenting into something that actually makes sense. Be sure to share this episode with a friend, a partner, or a mum that you know who is quietly struggling through the noise and secretly Googling every milestone. If you want to hear more decoding, follow @MountHawthornChiropractic on the socials. Let's keep decoding the chaos. No mansplaining, no pressure, no judgment, just clarity when you need it most. Please note, this podcast isn't medical advice. It's just smart strategies from a Gonstead chiropractor, a dad, and someone who's been in the room with hundreds of mums trying to make sense of their baby's development, their own postpartum recovery, and the constant noise that comes with modern parenting. Always chat with your health team for specific care.